Hello, good morning, and welcome to Prime Media TV. My name is Moses, and welcome to the newspaper review for the 1st of September 2023. My name is Moses once again, and this is Prime Media TV. First on our list, we'll begin with the Vanguard. Top story on the Vanguard this morning concerning a coup scare. Sit tight leaders move against their military since the military coup in Gabon 2 days back. Um, the government of different African countries are beginning to reshuffle their military generals and military chiefs, like Rwanda. We could see Rwanda, we could see Cameroon too, actually trying to reshuffle their military heads and military chiefs to avoid any coup being taken by these military men. I would say that everyone is sitting up right now to make sure that there's no form of coup in any African country. Recall that Mali uh, Mali has been taken over by military. We have Burkina Faso, we have Gabon, we have um, of recent we have this Niger, and everyone is actually sitting up to make sure that there is no record of military coup in the West African states. ECOWAS actually making sure that there's no room for coup d'etat anywhere in an African country. That is that about the coup scare um, in Africa. A news flowing that says poor governance responsible for banditry kidnapping in Northwest, says Shetima. Poor governance is saying that in order for the banditry to take actions in the state, it means that there is poor governance. There is presence of poor governance in the state. He urges all governors and government officials to sit up to tackle banditry and kidnapping in the northwestern part of Nigeria. We also have FG shots MMIA from international travelers. Airlines October 1st halt Nigeria Air project. Can we look at that on the screen? Federal government shorts Muritala Mohammed International Airport from international travelers. Airlines in October 1st. Halt Nigeria Air project. And we're going to read that through. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyami, yesterday directed all international airlines to vacate the Murtala Mohammed International Airport from October 1st, 2023. He also ordered the suspension of airports concession, the new national carrier, National Nigeria Air, along with other contracts in the sector. The minister equally said both Dominion and EAN Angas would have to, give way for the expansion of Muritala Mohammed International Terminal 2. Keyamo further issued a 3-month ultimatum to airlines to remove all their unserviceable aircraft at the airport to give from room for expansion, adding that the airlines had been notified to commence immediate relocations of their ticket sales office to the new terminal for the commencement of renovation of Muritala Mohammed International Airport. Speaking after a tour of the international airport in Lagos, Keyamo, accompanied by the Managing Director of Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, Mr. Kabir Yusuf Mohammed, along with other aviation stakeholders. And that's that on the renovation of Muritala Mohammed International Airport in Nigeria here, that is set to begin 1st of October 2023. Other news following that says Tinubu government inherited dead horse but standing economy, says Soludo. Says Tinubu's government inherited a dead horse but standing economy. Recall that the present president was inaugurated on May 29th, and since then he's been actually performing. To some, he's been performing well, and while some he's not performing well. Well, There's a big story after this headline with newspaper review. You could join us to talk more on the achievements of the president this morning. Let us now move on to Channels Television. Again, on Channels Television, the top story there says Tinubu government inherited economy like a dead horse was standing. Tinubu government inherited economy like a dead horse but standing. Let us look at that on the screen, please. Tinubu government inherited economy like a dead horse but standing, says Soludo, the Anambra State governor, said Tinubu had actually inherited economy like a dead horse but is still standing. A news following that says Lagos accounts for 60% of fans' revenue, says Keyamo. Lagos accounts for 60% of fans' revenue, says Keyamo. And a news following that says Abiodun raises alarm over federal roads as works ministers visit Ogun State. Abiodun raises alarm over federal roads as works minister visits Ogun State. The last but not the least, 4 alleged Tantita workers arrested in food oil theft attempt. 4 alleged Tantita workers arrested in food oil theft arrest. You know, the 4 workers that were arrested yesterday, they are workers of Tantita, that is Polo boys, who are supposed to be actually safeguarding the oil. The federal government gave them a contract to actually trace stolen oil and oil theft. We are now surprised that these same workers of Tantita, 4 of them actually were caught in oil theft saga. You know, when we say that everyone should be very, very responsible and honest, you that they gave a contract to be tracing oil theft and then to be actually trying to recover stolen crude oil are the ones even stealing it. There's no honesty, there's no trust, there's no such thing as discipline. We need to work more on ourselves to avoid situations like this. Let us now move on to the Nation's newspaper this morning. The Nation newspaper, the top story there says Naira cost of fuel per litre in OPEC nations. Naira cost of fuel per litre in OPEC nations. We'll take a brief look of that. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, enables the cooperation of leading oil-producing countries to collectively influence the global oil market and maximize profit. It was founded in Baghdad, Iraq, with the signing of an agreement in September 1960 by Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. These countries were later joined by Qatar in 1961, Indonesia in 1962, Libya in 1962, the United Arab Emirates in 1967, Algeria in 1969, Nigeria in 1971, Ecuador in 1973, Gabon in 1975, Angola 2007, Equatorial Guinea 2017, and Congo 2018. Ecuador suspended the membership in December 1992, rejoined OPEC in October 2007, but decided to withdraw its membership of OPEC effective on January 1st, 2020. Now, since then, Indonesia suspended its membership in January 2009, reactivated it again in January 2016, but decided to suspend its membership once more at the 171st meeting of the OPEC conference on 30th November 2016. There are currently 13 member countries that account for an estimated 30% of global oil production. You know, here is a list of OPEC members and their PMS price per liter. Now, I have a reason why I'm digging deep into this. Like Venezuela, 3 naira 0.22 kobo. That is how much they sell their PMS per liter. Now, Iran sells at 22 naira. Libya sells at 24 naira. Algeria sells at 260 naira. Kuwait sells 263 naira. Angola sells at 281. Iraq 443. Qatar 446. Saudi Arabia 480. Ecuador 490. Nigeria 617 naira. UAE, United Arab Emirates, is selling 635 naira. Gabon sells 770 naira, and so on and so forth. You see, these oil-producing states like Nigeria is actually selling more than others. It is supposed to be cheaper here, I guess, because we are an oil-producing country, but it is very expensive out here. Why? Because our refineries are not working. Now, there have been so many calls that the presidency, and government officials should make sure that they fix our refineries so that our oil price would reduce. But the calls have been falling on deaf ears. I'd want to beseech President Tinubu to please hearken to the call of the citizens, fix up the refineries, make it work, and please make sure that the PMS price is reduced. Thank you. Let us now move on to the next headline for that nation. The federal government holds Nigeria Air. Federal government holds Nigeria Air. We can also see AU suspends Gabon. African Union actually suspended Gabon this morning. Government hammer to fall on illegal miners, says minister. You recall that ministers were inaugurated the past few weeks, and now, the mining minister is saying that expect, hammer to fall on illegal miners. So if you are mining illegally, expect an hammer on your head, a very big hammer on your head very soon. 15 million indigent household on federal government CCT radar, says Edu. Now let us move on to the Punch this morning. There's a big story here for the Punch newspaper. It says, why Portable performed at our 2023 conference, NBA's secretary is saying. Recall that NBA invited Portable, but to a letter released this morning, NBA secretary is saying that they didn't invite the secretary, they didn't invite Portable to perform. As the case may be, Odogu Bitters, Portable is a brand ambassador of Odogu Bitters, and when Odogu Bitters is invited or sponsored, sponsoring an event, they actually bring one of their brand ambassadors to make sure that they perform and then advertise their brand. So right now, people are actually calling out the NBA for inviting Portable. Now let us see a clip of Portable. Let us now see a clip of Portable this morning when he was actually performing. Okay, we'll get to that very soon. But now the secretary is coming out to saying that he did not pay Portable a dime. Let us read through. While we wait for the clip, let us read through. Please, the Nigerian Bar Association has explained why singer. Can we take a look at the screen, please? So Nigerian Bar Association is coming out to debunk the news that Portable actually did not get a dime from them at all, that they didn't pay Portable a dime to actually perform. It was his brand that brought him on stage. And actually, people didn't walk out on Portable, as the case may be. They were asked to go to the other hall where a different event is being held. So that is what the secretary is actually talking about. Now, a news following that says Ebonyi PDP knocks local government chairman over anniversary celebration. And on the sports scene says Chelsea signed Palmer from Man City. Chelsea signs Palmer from Man City. The last but not the least says tertiary education. ACF loads Kano government on 50% fee slash. ACF loads Kano government on 50% fee slash. And that's the end of our newspaper review this morning. Join us in the next hour for a program called The Marketplace. You would love it because we have a series of things to talk about. We have guests to talk about. We have clips to show you, and we have different content to show you on the marketplace. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, and thank you for always following us online. My name is Moses, and thanks for staying with us. Have a nice day. Happy New Month.